Get Haunted, where you are the investigator. Get Haunted. Paranormal Investigations isn't a show. It's your experience. Join this premier paranormal event company for real investigations at some of the nation's most haunted locations. This isn't a tour. This is hands-on. You'll use real equipment, explore active sites, and dive into the unknown. No scripts, no actors, just you, the gear, and whatever's waiting in the dark. Perfect for both first-timers and seasoned ghost hunters. Each event is guided by experienced investigators. But the discoveries, they're yours to make. 2025 is already jam-packed with incredible locations across the nation. Space fills up fast, so make sure to book your tickets now. Dare to get haunted? Find your next investigation at gethaunted.com.
Well, it's Friday night and you're here with Get Haunted and Paranormally Blind. We're going to have some fun tonight, Rob. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Yeah, I didn't know if I was going to be actually here. It was windy as hell today. Like the wind was out of control and of course knocked the very piss poor internet that I had. It knocked the power out, knocked the internet out. But yes, we're back just in time.
It did. You were back to having power in the wastelands of the Detroit area.
I know Southeast Michigan just sucks ass for that.
Southeast Michigan.
I'm excited. I knew this was going to work out. I got just enough time to jump in the shower.
She did. She predicted that this live would happen while I was it wouldn't, because I needed to go eat. Rob was hungry, and clearly Rob is spicy today. So I was like, oh, I'm going to go eat. And then I got made fun of for eating early.
Yeah.
So I went out and ate, and I had 2 drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this show could go way off the rails real fast.
Well, yeah, but we're in good company here. I'm really excited. So here's the thing. Super excited tonight because a couple things. One, we get to premiere something for a friend. And I'm very excited about that. But what I'm super, super excited about and very honored is that this is not his comfort zone. Like, this may be the first live, actually.
I don't know. We'll have to grill him.
Yeah. Oh, there. Hi, Jason
from Canada.
But this is, I think, the first live, and I'm excited because you know how much I love when somebody on the side that is always supportive comes and joins us on this side of the camera.
Yep.
Super excited about that. And Icy, am I feeling better? No. So I am and I'm not. This is a weird virus making its way through me. So, hopefully.
It's making its way through her.
It is. It just is what it is. Hey, Chris. So yes, tonight we have some big announcements. All right. Give me a hands up if you're ready down there. You ready to come up live?
Are you going to say hi to anybody?
I did. I was putting up their hellos. You
didn't say hi to Brianna Kitts, did you?
I did. I put everybody's stuff up.
Sorry, she got a double.
Yeah, there we are.
Okay. All right. Then you do what you got to do. I told you I'm off tonight.
Yeah, it's all good. All right. You ready, Eric? Here we go.
Oh, man.
There he is.
Welcome, Eric from Easter Island. You're going to have to forgive his bandwidth.
Yeah, it's trash.
They even hired an extra donkey to walk around and generate electricity while we fire his.
Is it really that bad?
Yeah.
I'm just glad that it's not me tonight, Eric.
Yeah, listen, I normally beat her up. It's your turn.
Okay.
Well,
You know what? Blame Leanne because I'm like, sweetheart, we should really like update the internet.
you guys are on the budget plan.
I know.
It's okay. Listen, it happens. You're here. So if you guys don't know on the side, this is Eric Testerman. We are so excited because Eric has he's just jumping right in. He's jumping right into the paranormal community with some really cool things, and that's where we love to be. We love to be here to watch people do this and help them do this. Eric, is this your first live?
Yeah, it's not comfortable.
You're good.
That's what I think where he's been. Remember we watched him glide down some stairs at a location?
He did. He literally
looked like you did, Eric. I'm not saying you physically glided, but it sure looked like it.
Well, you know what? Because when he walked down the stairs, he looked straight ahead while he walked down the stairs. Yeah. So it was a side view, and it was crazy.
It was good posture.
Vampiric.
It was.
And it was perfect in that moment. I have stopped really calling you a vampire, except for recently.
Yeah.
One time. But normally it's in response to one of your lovely memes that you create that my haters love.
I'm a nice person. I never say mean things.
Yeah, the Magoo thing. So just so everybody knows, because he doesn't give you the backstory. That morning I'd lost my glasses.
Oh no, that actually had nothing to do with it. I was just like, hey Chat GPT, make Rob into Mr. Magoo.
Yeah. Well,
but that's literally what it was.
That's what prompted the prompt, because he had messaged me and I couldn't find my glasses and I was taking too long to respond to him.
Oh, that's right. Everybody wants Rob's attention. But listen, we're here Friday night with all of you and with Eric, because if you haven't noticed, well, first of all, check out this badass t-shirt that Mr. Stackwitz has on, because so cool. But there's a new project out there called the Irongate Home for Haunted Relics. Did I get that right?
Yeah, it's a really long title. It's really long title.
The Irongate Home for Haunted Relics, which is this beautiful collection of haunted items. And we've got a couple different announcements to make, because Irongate came out of the gate into the paranormal community. And we want to absorb them all in here and give you guys an opportunity to get to know Eric and what this collection is all about. So, and I don't want to we're not going to get super personal tonight. And I want to say, because I also convinced Eric to come into the Clubhouse conversations with me. And his date is February 5th, a Thursday at 8 p.m. And that's where we're going to sit and talk friend to friend, and not just talk about haunted items, but we're going to talk life, death, and paranormal and where those haunted items fit in. So we won't dig too much, but we've got so many cool things coming up with Irongate. Where do we start? Where should we start, Rob?
Well, let me start here, because, Chris said, sure, it looks great. And it does. I was saying before the show, this is actually one of my favorite shirts. There's this feeling you get when you get a good shirt done. I can't explain it. It's like almost like being an artist, except I didn't create the art. So when this first one came off the press, I was like, oh my God, like, this is a great shirt. This is a shirt I would wear. It's not like, hey, I'm a fucking ghost hunter kind of shirt. It's something. So it's a great, you know what I'm saying? It's not an IEVP my pants shirt. So there's something like, I would wear this to a restaurant or church, because I go to church every Sunday. Where
did that come from? You're gonna wear it to church.
But it's a great shirt. So Eric's really getting started. So we've talked about the merch, and he was wanting to order too many, in my opinion, initially. So I was like, dude, let's ease into this. But if this is something you're interested in, reach out to him, let him know. See, Jason McRae, how do I get one? Let him know, because you all know, almost everybody on the side, hey, Debbie, I don't have man boobs. Almost everybody on the side has taken a business venture in their life, and it's scary, and you don't know what the right move is. So let Eric know privately. We're here if you're interested in a shirt. We know you got a Canadian one. You've got your first international sale. You're welcome.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah, I've got a lot to do this weekend, actually. There's a lot to get done.
Oh, look at that. 2 plus add me. There's 3.
I told you that was happening.
Yeah. So
gotta have.
Yeah. This weekend's going to be busy. There's a lot to take care of.
Same.
Oh man, this is something.
Yeah, it's good. Take a deep breath. Let's start with one thing. Let's start with Irongate. Because I asked Rob, I'm like, what, when you started the Facebook group, which is a really cool group, and it's very much a conversation, right? Of talking about the haunted items. And Eric, I commend you. You put things out there for people to think about and to share. So thank you for starting conversations, because that's really what this whole community is about. That's what the paranormal is. It's all based in so many conversations, and I love that you start them. But I asked Rob, I'm like, what's Irongate? Like, how did he come up with Irongate? And he said he didn't know.
So I live in a community. And so it all started the COVID era right around the time that we moved to where we live at, which is Irongate Court. Okay. And
why do you got to say it out loud?
Great.
You're going to have stalkers now.
Well, he didn't say what
Rob,
state.
You know my past. That's the worst thing that anybody will ever do.
That's true.
So that, and then I was like, all right, I like the name. I can take it wherever, so if this is not going to be our forever home, I can take that name with wherever we go. I think Irongate is just a really cool name. And I was like, it's, first rural residence for me and my family, that post-military. So there's the significance there. And then it's just a really badass name. So, and if people don't like it, I don't care. But whatever. I digress.
But I love that though. You're right. Irongate, what a perfect. It encompasses, and Brittany just said it, like a cemetery gate. And that's the thing. It's spooky without being corny, right? It's a really good, strong name, and that's half the battle right there. So I do love this. The Irongate home for Haunted Relics. And I love that you called it a home for these relics.
Yeah. So if you were to ask my wife, Leanne, these are not hers. She will tell you that she does not collect haunted things. They are all mine, but there is a part of her in this, and that is she has a huge hand in what resides in our home. So if it's not friendly, it's not going to stay here. And she's pretty quick to be able to know whether or not it is or not. So we have everything from kid spirits to everything that roams here, but she has to be okay with it.
But how do you vet that? You're the one that loves haunted items. I know that, but how do you find this item? And then how do you go, okay, is it when a chick goes out and they're like, oh honey, I found a cat. Can I bring this home? How do you find that? How do you?
So, a lot of it is, okay. So when I first started collecting, there was no Ouija. Her rule was no Ouija boards and no dolls.
Okay.
That's not a thing anymore. There's about 20 dolls in the house and a really something special Ouija board.
Okay.
But she's usually like, if I brought it home and I'm like, hey, babe, what do you think of this? And she's like, absolutely not. She'll normally let me know, like, hey, that's not okay. That's
And
not
you just take it out of the
and
house. You
it's
just
and
have
it's
to.
gone.
Okay.
So the doll that you gave me, Rob, the one with the yellow dress, I brought it home, and so not that doll.
No, it's okay. I'm joking. Go ahead.
It's a basement doll. It's not allowed in the house. She's like, absolutely not. It
Oh.
is literally 2 feet from me to my right. She's like, that's a basement doll. That doesn't come in the living area of the house. So
Okay.
she's pretty quick on knowing what's okay and what's not. If it were up to me, we would have all kinds of things, but because I love her and she's amazing, she reins me in. So.
Well, you've got people are like loving. First of all, just so you know, Eric, this right here is probably this like haunted items, right? Dolls, Ouija boards, anything. And I know you have a coffin. You do have a coffin in your collection. These types of items are so intriguing to people, and I can't wait to talk to you in the clubhouse about some of the stuff, because I think there's so much that goes into this. But why do you think for yourself, like, what was it, or when exactly was the moment that you're like, you know what, I gotta take one of these haunted items, or I want a haunted item?
So it's a really long story. We moved to New Jersey. How do I shorten this? Moved to New Jersey in 2012 when I got reassigned from Eglin Air Force Base. Leanne knew I kind of geeked out with the paranormal stuff and found that there was a public investigation of White Hill. Went to White Hill, totally geeked out. And she was like, okay, well, that's something. And then she's like, go spread your wings and find ghosts. So I did that for a little bit, and then COVID happened and the world shut down. And that was like my only real hobby, was like trying to find ghosts. And I went to a shop out in New Hope, the Creeper Gallery, and we're like walking through, because Leanne collects oddities and I collect haunted things. And so we're walking through, and I walked into the Red Room. This is before Donna had moved to her new shop. And I walked through, and the first item that I felt an attachment to, like, hey, I want to take this home, was a Masonic chalice, or a Masonic cup. It's known as the Loving Cup. And I got caught in mouth. Give me a second here.
It's okay.
Shut up. I have no attachment to, I'm not a Mason, never been a Mason, but there was just something about this cup. And it's fairly expensive. Money was a little tight, and I was like, hey, sweetheart. She said, yeah. And I said, I just found this awesome cup and I really want it. And she's like, really? I said, yeah, it's haunted apparently. And I geeked out on that. And she's like, okay, well, let's see. So we ended up bringing it home. And I set it on my dining room table. And that's where like everything started, was at the dining room table. I would bring something in, and well, I brought this one in, and I'm like, all right, this seems like a nice, sterile area. There's nothing around. There was no electronics. It's just on the dining room table. And I turned on this cheap spirit box, and it's frequency hopping, and there's white noise, and I never hear anything on spirit boxes. People are like, oh my God, it gave it like a full paragraph, and all I heard was static. And so I asked all these questions, and I got nothing. And I was getting frustrated. My last question, I said, is there really a spirit attached to this? And it stopped frequency hopping. And this deep male voice said, yes. And the box shut off. And I was sold. I was like, this is amazing. But I had to test the theory. So like, if you've ever had your TV remote die, you flip the batteries around, you take one out, you swap them around, you put a new battery in with an old battery, and then you swap those out, and the box never worked again. And I was like, that's amazing. I literally just had a spirit box die in my house. and it was game on from there. So 5 years later, I'm just shy of 50 items in my house now. They're on literally every floor. The one next to me just kind of did something or other. It's an addiction, you know? Yeah.
You could have a worse addiction. I mean,
Yeah.
although some people might say it's a big responsibility bringing home each item with its own personality, possibly, right? Its own energy.
So the house used to be really active. And now it kind of ebbs and flows, like when they want to know, or they want somebody to know that they're here. But it really calmed down when I brought the Ouija board in. That spirit board, I don't think there's anything really attached to it, but I think something comes through it when it wants. But we brought that in from Salem, and the house went silent for a while. And then I had a couple nightmares, cleansed the house, and then it kind of calmed down. And then it just the house kind of just ebbs and flows, gets busy here and there. You know, poor Damien has a kid spirit that follows him around the house. We have a bathroom ghost in our master bathroom.
A bathroom ghost.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a bathroom ghost.
Yeah, it's great. It's written in the shower steam in the glass on the shower. Don't know what it said, but I could see the capital letter E. It threw a razor one morning at about 5 a.m. I went to go in and shave my head and turned the music on. And there was a razor in the shower. I was over by the sink, and it threw the razor across the shower. And I was like, okay, my bad. And I turned the music down. Their spare bedroom has a lot of dolls in it. They shushed me one morning when I went to get Callie dog food because the alarm system went off. So it's resident guests.
Yeah. Rob, you're being so good.
I'm being good?
Yeah, you said you were spicy and you're being so good.
Well, he's talking. What am I going to do? Yeah, and I do get updates here and there from Eric as things happen.
Yeah.
So it's cool. And Eric's very discerning before anybody watching goes stupid. Like, he's not everything is a ghost kind of guy.
No.
But yeah, and when, for me, one of the cool, like when Eric came up here with someone else, and it's when he got his doll.
Okay.
They all kind of, I think both of you felt something. I know Mike did. I don't know what you were feeling when you were up here when I had all that shit here, which is now weird when I look up and see all these empty shelves.
They're gone. Yeah,
it's definitely better. But yeah, sending him off with that doll was, I don't know. You've had experiences with it. Hey, Rick, how are you? Rick, the Hollywood ghost hunter.
it is Rick, the Hollywood ghost hunter.
Rick McCallum.
Well, what I'm
600 movies, Eric. Just so
he has. He's Hatchet. He is the Hatchet. Stuntman. What
He's
I'm curious.
My friend, not Sarah's friend.
Yeah, Rick, is that true? Are you not my friend anymore? I have a question though, because you said, Eric, when you were bringing, like when you brought the Masonic. What is it? Love? What was it
It's
called?
a loving cup.
He has a chalice. I know he has a necklace, and he has offered, by the way, for the NRI to allow us to utilize those.
That's so cool. Okay, so you said when you brought the chalice home, you were like, I'm going to put it on the dining room table because to you that was kind of a little bit more of a unbiased area, sterile, I think you said. When you bring a new item home, do you always put it on the dining room table?
So, I did for a while, and then I got a batch of like 20 dolls, and not anymore. Now it's they're in the spare bedroom, which is one of the more haunted places. It's the most active in the room. Like we'll be downstairs and hearing walking across the landing upstairs. You can hear walking in the spare bedroom, in that bedroom. But I'm normally, my big thing is expressing intention, right? Like, hey, you guys are, you're part of the house now. but you can't, antagonize anybody. There's no slamming doors. There's no slamming cabinets. If you want to let us know that you're here, that's fine, but you can't terrorize anybody. And I don't bring anything in that would ever do that. If I brought something in that was negative, Leanne would have a serious problem. So I respect her wishes on what can come in and what is allowed in. But I always do put out, the serious intention of what the attachment can and cannot do.
Hell yeah. But my question, Eric, is this. So I know you're not doing it now, but when you were bringing these items in and putting them on the dining room table, like, do you think there could be anything, like, to me, because you're introducing it to the house, you've got this space and you're like, okay, this is the space, I'm going to put it here. This is where I'm going to, you did the spirit box thing with the cup. Are we worried that the table could suddenly absorb some of this energy, or anything could maybe, because we can't just say things necessarily just stay with, right? So when you're introducing items to the house and you have one specific area that you're doing it and you were putting it on an object, right? A table, could we have issues with this table now?
Maybe. That's a valid question that I actually never thought of, because I haven't done that in so long, because I accumulated pretty quick. You good over there, guy?
Just knocked the shit out of my sauce.
And now that you mention that, is because Damien's going to take that table whenever he graduates college and moves out. So
Damien's like, hell no, I'm not.
So we're not going to say anything about that to him, because it's actually in the basement under a drop cloth. So when he graduates later this year and he moves to his apartment, he's going to take that with him. So,
so it's in the basement.
Very proud of you. Here's your graduation gift.
Yeah,
that's right. It is down in the basement with the ones that Leanne doesn't want in the living space.
Well, there's only one, and man, she is creepy. Damn. So
Kaylee's curious though, out of you said you've accumulated over, I think you said 50.
I'm about 50. Yeah.
Okay. So what out of the 50 would you say, like, off the top of your head, what's your favorite piece?
The Masonic loving cup.
Yeah.
That was it. That one, I've gotten responses from all of them, whether it's, EVPs of breathing, had one that just made some weird, I don't even know what sound. I'm not going to make an ass out of myself. Well, I already am, but
you're not.
But the loving cup was my first item that I ever bought. It was the one that I felt attached to. Like, I need this. Like, this needs to come home with me. And then just to get the male voice when I'm like, hey, is there really something here? And it yes.
Yeah.
It will forever be like the one piece that will forever be with me.
That's the special one. Is it the piece that creeps you out the most, or do you have one that creeps you out the most? Okay.
The Ouija board creeps me out the most, because I was physically harmed by it.
Oh.
Yeah. I won't go too much into it because that'll be discussed tomorrow night in that episode. But it caused nightmares and it physically hurt me.
Okay. Well, that's a little bit of a segue as to why we wanted to to get Eric on here tonight, to explain what Irongate is. There is going to be a premiere tomorrow night. I believe it's 7:30. Is it 7:30, yes. Eric? 7:30 Eastern time. There will be on Forgotten Explorations. They did go in and investigate and film their investigation of Irongate, home for Haunted Relics. And what do you do?
Rob, if you want to rehome that at my home, I will gladly take it.
What is that? Which one is that?
Oh, this is an early 1900s original. This is a badass board, just so everybody understands. Yeah, you can rehome it at your place if you rehome some cash up this way for this one. I have two, and I actually have. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to interrupt this. So go ahead. Finish.
No.
Finish. Why?
So there is going to be this premiere of a really cool investigation done by, of course, Forgotten Explorations Investigations. And how did that feel for you, Eric, to sort of offer up that space that because when we have haunted items, let's be honest, like when we take on haunted items, especially when you find them and you love them, like that cup, like that's something we form relationships with them, right? We sort of take on this sort of loving, as you're calling it, the home for haunted relics, right? This isn't just my collection. We've got a home here for them. So to allow somebody else to come in and investigate and film it, like, how does that feel for you that somebody else is going to come in and sort of try to see what these items might be housing?
So it was like a proud parent moment.
Mm-hmm.
I can't go too. You'll see it in the episode. I say something and things happen. And it's like the proud parent moment where you take your kid to soccer and you're like, look, my kid just scored a goal. But on the other side of it, there was a serious conversation of like, hey, just flat out, just, be respectful, and the guys were, which was great. Because for the longest time I had been asked like, hey, can we come and investigate the house? And I was like, no, let me talk to Leanne. And Leanne is amazing because she was like, I mean, as long as you trust people, then that's okay. And so she took our dog, and Damien was out with friends or at work, and Leanne and Callie sat upstairs and watched TV really quietly, and they set up shop, and it was a phenomenal night. So, but yeah, it's like the proud parent moment, because you're like, all right, people, one, this is amazing that there are people interested in this. Two, it's real. But then on the flip side of it is like, this is my home and there's people roaming around in it. But yeah, it's good.
Do you have any kind of a chat with your items in any way? Like, listen, there's going to be new people here that are specifically here for you,
Oh yeah, 100%. We had a pep talk. I was like, hey guys, and I talked to them like I would talk to friends. I'm like, hey guys, there's people coming here tonight. And they really want to meet you guys. So don't tear the house down, but let them know that you're here.
Yeah.
It was cool.
It's not how you talk to me. You're very
What's
rude
that?
to me.
But
this is going to be this one's supposed to be haunted. And this will be my second contribution to the Irongate Home for Haunted artifact.
Where did you get that from?
That came with that other pile of shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, like it. So the same place that he took one of the dolls from?
Yeah.
Oh.
So here Eric is stepping in to publicly sharing, right? This is something that I can assume, Eric, a lot of times the reason we do what we do, however we're doing it, crafting, writing books, investigating, collecting, doing shows, however we're doing it, we find comfort, I think, in these aspects of the paranormal. And so here you're stepping in to publicly, saying, hey, look, this is my contribution to the community. This is what I'm doing. So you've got this amazing opportunity with the team that came in and investigated and filmed, and now they're going to be premiering it on their channel tomorrow. So go to Forgotten Explorations, I believe Investigations, on YouTube, absolutely 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. And you can go to the Irongate page and he's got it all there for you. And we will also make sure that you can find that link on the Get Haunted Network page after the show. But on top of that, other opportunities have happened, and I believe we're allowed to touch on some of these opportunities that have been given to you, Eric. Talk to us about some of the other things that are coming up for Irongate Home for Haunted Relics.
So I'd be remiss without saying, you guys are amazing, right?
You're amazing. No, you're amazing.
You guys have, like, everything came to fruition through conversation, right? And a whole lot of hesitancy on my part, where I'm like, hey, is this an idea, or is this something that I could actually do? And I looked over at my wife and she's like, I mean, I don't see why you couldn't. And then I talked to Rob and I'm like, yo, is this stupid? And he's like, no, it's not stupid. And then I talked to you and you're like, no, you're amazing. You know, you're just like a breath of fresh air.
Is that how I talk? Wait, is that how I talk?
So nice. Eric, just the fresh air. And I'm like, okay. So Rob's like, no, dude, that's literally something. Like, think about it, you know? And I'm like, all right. And, you know, AI is nothing but positive these days. And like, hey, do I suck at life? No, you're amazing. But for a lot of conversations, it came to fruition, right? You guys were like, no, this could happen and it could work. And then I look over at my wife and she's like, you'll never know. Like we were talking about prior to, you know, she's like, you'll never know unless you try. And I'm like, but what if I fail? And she's like, you'll never know if you don't. So here we are. You guys had that live a few days ago. And you guys mentioned me, which was cool and unnerving at the same time because I think I broke a sweat. Immediately, Candy reached out. So I almost certain that's a thing, and tell me if I'm wrong. But before that, in June, I'll be going to Get Haunted Midwest. I don't know how to say it.
Aglaze
with Chris. So that's a 9-hour drive of bringing haunted stuff across through Ohio. And we're going to set up shop and let people see haunted things.
So at the end, you need to tell us what's scarier, your dolls or Ohio.
Shay, I will let you know.
So wait, before you go on though, because I think this is what's really cool. And you are correct. So Eric was invited to the Haunted Rock Island Roadhouse Esoteric Expo. And, you know, Eric, you were like, yeah, like, let's do this. And we're really honored that you would say yes to this because, right, it's a commitment, right? It's a travel commitment. And you were like, yes, but you did get a little taste of this by going to Mid-Orange last November. Yeah. You got to bring some items and you worked with our event that we had with Dave Giuliano and Barry Ruggiero. So I love that Chris has asked you to be a part of the Aglaze Village because number one, you're going to fall in love with this location. It is insane. And I think to have people have an opportunity to bring items like that into, I mean, obviously this is a village. There's going to be some items in, there's like doctor's offices, house, like log cabins, a train depot, a church, a school. But to be able to bring those in and see how those items, how that energy interacts with that particular location, right, is such, I think, a great opportunity for those that are going to say yes to investigating on that night with Get Haunted Midwest. And like you said, you're going to drive 9 hours. Do you have any kind of a little bit of or are you going to start one, like a ritual that you were going to say, we're traveling, let's be cool?
It's a good question. Wow, you're way more of a planner than I am. We'll figure it out. As long as I don't like hit a truck tire like Rob did. Whenever, what was it? A truck tire?
Yeah.
The entire wheel. It wasn't just the tire. It was the hub, everything.
So I don't know. I'm just excited. I'm nervous and I'm excited. Back in 2007, I was going to bring this up because I use this for everything. Back in 2007, there was an amazing movie with Will Ferrell called Talladega Nights, where he says, "I don't know what to do with my hands." When he's in an interview, that's how I feel as like I step into this. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. So it's like a nervous, excited.
But you do, right? So here's Uncle Rob helped step in it, right?
No, it's Grandpa Rob. It's Grandpa Rob.
I prefer Uncle.
Grandpa Rob.
You know, Mid Orange was really. I was so glad you agreed to do it because I knew it would be something of interest to people, and I wanted you to dip your toes, your nasty Air Force toes, into the water.
They're clean.
And you did, right? And by the third rotation, you were like, this is making sense now. So there's no right or wrong way. It's going to be whatever becomes comfortable for you. At the end of the day, you've got a great personality, people like you, but you've got really cool objects as well, which probably helps with those first two things. So
it's not a lie.
It's not a lie. So this is going to be cool. And all glazed, Chris said. So Chris, he's putting you in the cabin. Which, bro, yeah.
He told me on the phone, he was like, what did he say? He's like, think Evil Dead. And I was like, sold, man. Let's do this.
Oh, yeah. That's a perfect description.
So when I say I don't know what I'm doing, like it's the Mid Orange was a litmus test, right? And we talked and I was like, yeah, round one, I was like, hi, I'm Eric and I have haunted things. In round two, I was like, hi, I'm Eric and I have haunted things. You want to look at them? And then round three, I was like, hey, these are haunted. And people were like, cool. And then like it flowed. As it relates to, Sarah, your question, like, do you have a ritual of how you're going to, what you're going to do to get there? Nope. I'm going to shoot from the hip. I'm going to pack a lot of soda, pack a bunch of stuff, and then drive. When I get there, the fun thing is about this is that I just have a bunch of haunted stuff that I'm going to put in a 4Runner, and I'm going to drive across to Ohio, and I'm going to put it up and let people look at them. And hopefully people go, oh, it just interacted with me. Just getting there is going to be the lead up to it, and the nerves. The next few months is going to be like, oh my God, this is actually happening. Like I put in my, I was at work the other day and I was totally working. Totally working.
I totally didn't get any messages from him during work hours.
Not at all. Didn't text Rob, didn't text you, didn't text the wife. But I did not put in all of my time off requests to meet all of these engagements. So therefore, I was like, hey, I need to take time off for like June 4th and 5th and 6th. Nope, 6th is a Saturday. Maybe even the 8th on a Monday. And my boss is like, okay. And I was like, I have plenty of time off accrued. So yeah.
I love that he's giving himself that extra time because you're going to need it. You're going to want that day to rest.
Yep. And now is the lead up to everything because everything's going to fly. So it's going to be awesome. I'm excited, nervous, sweating a little bit. The yellow ball next to me is flickering, so she's happy. So yeah.
Here's the thing, when it comes to the paranormal, what you have to know is this: you can't expect anything, and every time is something new. So I think this is what's going to be so cool. And you've got a lot of support over here. You're first and foremost, you're bringing something that you're passionate about, that means something to you, that we all also have an interest in some way, right? So that's the most important piece, is that you're here with us saying, hey, you know what, I too have something. And how they react is going to be really interesting to each event. And I think, you know, you first, you've got your, you know, you got a team that came in and is doing a YouTube investigation. They're going to share that. Everybody put it on your calendars tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Forgotten Explorations, YouTube. And then you're going to go to a Get Haunted Midwest event in June, Auglaize Village in Defiance, Ohio, with Chris Smith. What a great opportunity, because he's going to put on a killer event there.
He is.
And then
I'm going to try to go to that.
Yeah.
So just, there's your bonus. I'm just waiting for Chris to give me my 3% off discount code.
Yeah, 3%. And then to go to an expo. And then here's the thing, you know, people are going to want to talk to you. There's going to be opportunity. And I love this piece of, I don't want to call it a traveling collection, but that's sort of what you're doing, right? This cool traveling collection, going to some haunted locations, to see how they interact and to see how people interact with them. This is what paranormal is, folks. It's about making connections. That's what this is. This is the really, when you think about it, Eric, like, the afterlife is making a big impact in the living life, right?
Okay.
And this is sort of the thing that I can't wait to talk to you about with the clubhouse, where we can get a little bit more personal about this stuff, because I think this is where so many people, and there's no shame, but if you're chasing fame, that's great. But a lot of us are looking to connect, and this is a beautiful moment. Like, you're going to meet so many cool different people, and you're spreading out that net, right? To meet some really cool people that are going to encourage you and love you, and they're going to love your collection.
So I have ideas. So obviously there's no way that I'll be able to go everywhere. But one of the things that I do want to do, once I get, you know, the vehicle up and running, if you will, everything in motion, is start doing investigations and let people actually see the investigation from running like a live, if you will, doing unboxing and things, and new items when they come in, let people investigate, even if it's just from their own home through a camera to see the items here. I think that'll be a great way just to get these items out and people to be able to see them. So there's just so much that can be done. And I'm excited. So,
so here's your Facebook page. Let's get those followers up, folks. It is a private group. This is a private group, right?
No, it's wide open.
Okay, it's wide open.
No, it's a private collection. It's a public group.
It's a public group, but you have to join. You should join it, right?
Join that shit.
Join that shit.
Yeah, get him up to 1,000. I need Eric at 1,000. He's come quite a far way in a very short amount of time. So
I started this page on December 27th. So not knowing what I'm doing. So it was good.
It's good.
And Eric, I don't know if you saw this, but Jason McGray did mention that he's looking for, I think, about 6 stories. And he mentioned at the beginning of the show, he's like, this could be something that maybe we should share for his upcoming book.
Okay.
So I think, like, this is one of those things to me, like, haunted items start some amazing conversations, right? Like, you know, and I think this could go off in so many beautiful directions. And I don't know, like, have we introduced Eric to Cross the Line?
No, not yet. I mean, I saw David was on here earlier. You know, I'm also trying not to avalanche our friend here. Look, the idea is simple. That's why I put up Get Connected, and I'm hoping Eric and the Irongate will be a part of that. Is he's not just exclusive to us, right? There's there, if you want to work with Eric, you'll be able to find him over there. But also, like he said, once his vehicle's up and running, it'll be a lot easier for him to do that. But Cross the Line it's a veteran run.
Paranormal team.
They take vets out to investigate as a form of therapy.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, dude, you gotta check it out. It's called the EVP project, right? Sorry, I'm not fucking that up. Really, really amazing guys, and we've been talking a little bit in the background on things, but it's the EVP. They take a vet out, even if they're interested, they're not going to force it, right? And as part of, getting through some PTSD, they take them out on investigations and work with these guys. It's really a beautiful thing.
No charge to them.
No charge.
That's dope.
Yeah. Really great guys. So you should probably link up with them at some point because they're uber cool. Especially Dave Barrows, who was on in the beginning.
And I love, this is a cool idea too. And I think this is where when people share their passion, whatever their passion is in the paranormal, it does you inspire people. And I know, Eric, you're not the type of guy that's like, I got to be in the limelight. You're very humble. And I think though there are so many people that won't step up and maybe, don't want to share for whatever reason. And we understand look, social media sucks ass, and it sometimes makes these kinds of shares a little scary, right? But you inspire people, and it's I don't know if he's joking here, but probably not. There's probably some truth to this. You don't know what you can inspire. How Jason is an author, and how do you know that you guys won't do some traveling with some haunted items and understand because there is something healing to these connections with haunted items, and then sharing them with other people. What does it bring? What conversations does it bring to the table? And again, join us February 5th on Clubhouse Conversations, because we're going to go into these kind of conversations with a little bit more control situation, where it's not just for everybody, because we want to be able to speak freely about this. But that's just it. Like this, to me, haunted items are not about bringing something into your house and suddenly you have the scariest shit ever. It doesn't mean scary shit doesn't happen, right? But there's more to it, in my opinion, as to why you have these items in your home.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna find out.
Yeah, it gave me.
Don't answer.
You're making them. You're like, enough. And look, you've got Brittany is like, hey, are you up for collabing? And that's what's cool, right? You don't know, even if it's bringing a couple items somewhere and practicing on some techniques. And like, I would assume, because you have relationships with these items, the Echoes, there we go. Echoes Veterans Project. Some items probably, I would assume, like there are probably some that you connect with through, maybe like you said, you do EVPs. Are there other ways that you try to connect with these items outside of the typical? Do you try to just do things that are more of the spiritual nature without tools of, investigating, just with yourself? Do you try your clairs? Do you try your clairaudient or your clairvoyance with these things?
So here's the thing. It takes a lot for me to feel a presence.
Okay.
Right. Rarely does it happen. Unless there's a lot. Right. So like I can walk into the spare bedroom in upstairs, and like I walk in there and I can feel things. Like I know there's things there, things. But there was a point in time during COVID, when I worked from home, I could literally call out and say, like, I would put REM pods randomly. Like I put one on the dining room table or one on the coffee table and then one on the entryway table. And I would like, hey guys, come on in, let's have a conversation. And within a matter of minutes, devices would start going off. Like I could literally call things. It depends, right? They are residents of this home now. When they want to talk, they'll let you know. So I set up a REM pod in the spare bedroom, turn it on. There's nothing around it. Turn around and walk out, and it just started screaming. I'm like, okay, can you stop that? And it stopped. I'm like, there's so many dolls in there that I don't know which one it is.
Yeah. Right.
But I'm like, do you want to talk? If you do, touch the device and make it, chirp twice. And I was able to get intelligent responses. A lot of the items, I know they're there. They're quiet. I have a ring that so one of the issues that I ran into is a lot of the histories that I had, I lost. Okay. So I have an idea.
But it's through no fault of his own.
Right.
What do you mean?
It's that we won't get in detail, but Eric didn't just lose it like an irresponsible haunted object. It was removed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, gone. So I have an idea on how I would like to involve the community in trying to find out who the spirit is, or spirits, excuse me.
Okay.
Oh, could this be a possible live where you set up?
Oh, okay.
I'm telling both of you to shush.
Oh, okay. Well, Eric's getting me all excited with ideas now. Okay.
Everything that moves. You giving up the ghost?
Okay. So big things coming.
I have a child spirit or spirits, and it follows Damien around. Damien is in nursing school right now, and it lets him know when it's around. So one night he went to go, Leanne and I were laying in bed watching TV. He was downstairs and was getting water, and the pantry door just closed. And turned around and walked away and heard knocking on the wall behind him. So he came up and he was like, "Hey guys, is the pantry door, does it close on its own?" We're like, "No, it's on an even plane." I think it was the next morning he woke up, and for a Christmas, I think his first Christmas in nursing school, we had bought him this anatomical statue that you can take apart so you can learn about the different parts of the body.
Is it male or female?
He woke up and it was completely follows him around.
Oh,
what's that?
Is it male or female?
Is it gender neutral? This
I don't know. It could be, maybe, we don't know. But yeah, they're now family in the house.
Yeah,
they
and
cause problems. They get feisty every once.
Are you going to take
feisty every once in a while?
Eric? Are you going to take items from people? Like if somebody says, "Hey, Eric, you've got a collection. You have this home for haunted relics. I have something I don't want in my house." Are you open to take those items off of people's hands, or are you looking for your own collection of your own? Like what comes to you? Like how you? I guess
the batch of the most recent collection of dolls that we got, or I got. Leanne would correct me on that. I reached out to a person because they were looking to rehome, and we had a serious conversation. And I was like, "Look, it can't be anything negative. Nothing negative can come into my house. Like I don't want anything. We'll use the big D word, demonic.
Right.
spooky or scary. And they're like, no. And it's not. So I'm like, okay. So I took Leanne with me because she's the warden. She's the jam. That's my woman. She's amazing. And
Love that.
she literally stood there as I'm like carting these things by, and I could see that she was uneasy because she could feel things. She's going to kill me if she hears me that I said that out loud. So we got in the car. I was like, what do you think? And she's like, there's stuff there. And I was like, anything bad? And she's like, no, nothing bad, but there's things there. And I will rehome things as long as they're not negative. I had a gentleman reach out to me from Arizona and was like, hey, I have 5 dolls. No, 7 dolls. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, they're messing with they're negatively affecting my house. And I was like, oh. I said, well, I can't take negative ones. He's like, well, I've got 3 that are positive and the other 4 are negative. And I was like, so I talked to the person that put me in contact with them, and they reassured me that the person was legit, and that they would take the negative, the dolls with the negative entities. And so they're in the house now. And yeah, I will rehome things, but got to have a serious conversation with the person. Does that make sense?
Right. You're not just accepting. You want to vet it out before you.
Right. Because I can't do that. I can't be responsible for anything that would happen to anyone in my home. And I can't disrespect my wife's wishes and be like, hey, look, I just brought Satan home, because I won't live that one down. So,
no, there's got to be a line.
Things. I'm running out of space, but when Damien graduates and he moves out, when he's adamant about that, because he's living with his parents, I was like, well, when you move out, that's where everything haunted is going to go, is in the room that you live in now. And,
every kid loves that.
So,
you already have plans for his room.
That'll be something.
He's like, wait a minute, I'm not even out yet, and you already have plans for my room. Well, I think this is fantastic. So you have
for that guy.
We have t-shirts are coming. Not we. Eric has t-shirts coming. Look how beautiful that is. The Irongate home for haunted relics. So when he puts those out, folks, and you want one, help support his endeavor into the paranormal community. Hey, Devin. Then tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m., head on over to Forgotten Explorations on YouTube, and you can check out their investigation into the Irongate home for haunted relics and see what happens between Eric and his items right there. Then, if you want to actually investigate with Eric and his items, you can head over to extremeticketing.com and go to the Midwest, Get Haunted Midwest. June, I believe it is June, that you're going to be able to go to the Auglaize Village.
I think it's the 6th.
Is it the 6th? Okay, June
so.
6th. I'm sorry that I don't have
it. Is.
Okay, June 6th. That is Defiance, Ohio. Get your tickets now. And you're going to be able to be right there in the creepy cabin with Eric and his haunted collection. I don't know what he's bringing, but he's going to pick out the perfect ones, I know, for this investigation. You can also come and see Eric October 3rd in Rock Island, Illinois, for the Rock Island Roadhouse Esoteric Expo. Candy's already going nuts. She's like, oh my God, he could do this. We could do this with him. She's got you putting on a huge museum. We'll talk. We don't want to overwhelm you, but
I'm his agent, everybody. Okay. So everybody calm down and buy shirts.
Buy shirts. And then also for a more friend to friend talking about life, death, and the paranormal, head over to Extreme Ticketing soon. We don't have tickets yet. Yes, these are ticketed shows, but Extreme Ticketing, you can find the Clubhouse conversations at extremeticketing.com/paranormally blonde. And February 5th is when you're going to be able to see Eric sit down, and we're going to just talk life, death, and the paranormal, and what that means when it comes to all the things that we experience, and all the things that surround those experiences. So go check that out. And then anything else. It sounds like there's other things going on that I'm not. The boys have talked. The boys have talked, and I apparently am not a part of that conversation. So,
oh my God.
not oh my God. Not oh my God. Look at that.
No.
Look at this page, folks. Look at Eric. Look at Eric.
Look at Eric. Look at
You know who
Sarah.
shot that photo? Kaylee shot that photo for me. Kaylee did. So
Yeah,
did you
good.
see?
Yeah.
She said she's going to need to come. She's like, it sounds like the Irongate
Oh,
home for
I saw
Haunted
that.
Relic needs some photo shoots.
We did briefly message back and forth about that. But what was funny is she took that photo, and as she's taking photos, she's like, Eric, do you ever smile? And I don't really smile, I smirk. I go, and so that ended up being it. So, and then that stayed. So thank you,
I
Kaylee.
love it. That's a perfect picture. It's a perfect picture. So
let's say something. Let's just talk about that real quick. 1 second.
Yeah.
You know, the ticketed event thing, it's not a greed move. It's like $2. But it, you know, that for the concept is to be able to have the deeper dives and the, you know, the more open conversations without just anybody poking their stupid noses in there, right? Plus, there's a lot of work that goes into all this, so I just wanted to share.
Oh yeah, the Clubhouse, and we'll go into exactly sort of what brought me to this time and space in the paranormal. On January 22nd will be the kickoff to the Clubhouse, and it's named the Clubhouse for a reason. There's so many great, amazing shows out there, and I love them all, but it's not my cup of tea when it comes to really wanting to get to know people of the paranormal. And I've actually met some amazing, beautiful friends, and I want to be able to share them with everybody, but I wanted comfortable and safer environment to be able to talk about these things. It's not sensationalism. It's not viral. I did not qualify for subscribers on Facebook and or YouTube. But we have this beautiful platform called Extreme Ticketing. And this way, you know, we can have this space to just speak openly, friend to friend. It's going to be casual, laid back, but open and honest. What?
Great. I'll bring my Kleenexes. Awesome.
Oh,
You'll make me
yeah.
Moving along with you. Yeah, and it's a la carte, right? Whereas, you know, the subscription services, you're paying for a month, and, you know, 1 out of 2 of Sarah's shows, you might be like, this is terrible.
I'm never going to say it's terrible.
But you can pick what you want there. So anyway, that's that. That's why it is what it is, and we're going to grow it. It's really going to be amazing. And as Brittany says, it's intimate.
It's intimate. Well, I think
intimate with Eric.
It's going to be, yeah, it's just meet Eric. But I think it's going to be a greater opportunity to make paranormal human again, because we've really sort of taken the humanity out of the death part of life, and you know, we've made it into this big trend and hashtag, and you know, again, there's more. Yeah, and here's the thing, like, there's more to your collection, Eric, and I think that's the part that interests and intrigues me, and I know so many other people on the side and in the community. It's what brings us to that place, what brings us to that collection, what brings us to that experience. And you know, you're sharing the surface level of it, but there's a lot more there to Eric. I know Eric likes to say I'm a prick, but he's not. You're not. So we're gonna do that. So yeah, maybe we need to do like Clubhouse conversation issue boxes. Because if there's no tears, we're gonna try. Let's see what we get going there. So with that, Eric, is there anything you would like to? It's like the longest laugh track on there.
I know. I turned it off.
Is there anything that you would like to say to everybody before, because tomorrow night, everybody gets to watch this. Is there going to be live chatting or anything going on? Are you going to be there to chat during the show? What's happening?
So one, I am absolutely horrible on camera, and yes, I'm self-deprecating, so just deal with that. But you're going to get to see what's in my house. There's a lot more now than there was, but you're going to get to see really what happens. None of it was scripted. It was a thing. But more so, I just wanted to thank everybody that tuned in tonight for making this what it was. Still sweaty, super nervous, not okay with it.
You did awesome.
But thank you all for tuning in. Rob, Sarah, Forgotten Explorations, everybody that's brought it to where we're at right now and what's going to happen going forward. It wouldn't have happened without all of you. So thank you. From the bottom of my cold heart, thank you.
Oh, well, listen, we appreciate you trusted us to help promote this and introduce you to some of our friends and to see where this goes. And like you said, you are not exclusive to us. You're just somebody that we really care about and wanted to see other people reach out and help you sort of bring this to maybe, because I know you're not really sure where this is going to go, but I think you're going to find a lot of great opportunities out there. People are going to love you. People are going to love this collection. And let's just, first things first, tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Forgotten Explorations. Head over to YouTube, watch the Irongate Home for Haunted Relics. Rob, how are you doing? You doing okay?
I'm good. I'm happy for Eric, right? I know this is stressful for him. I get to talk to him quite a bit. He actually helps me with my VA stuff. It's scary, but you're in the right area with the right people. Everybody on the side here is some of the best people out there. And Leanne's right, even though I've said the same thing and I got 0 credit. You won't know until you try. You won't know until you try. And in the end, if you walk away from this with, 6, 7, 8, 12 more really good friends, and you go, you know what, I'm sick of the dolls. I'm just going to have good friends. Then it was worth it all. So, yeah. And thank you, Sarah, for getting us all together. And we'll all be watching tomorrow night at some point.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
Yeah, enjoy the high of this right now. I don't know. Brittany might be on a brownie or something right now. But no, it's cool. And we're happy you're coming to Rock Island. And hopefully, we get to go out to All Glaze with you, because that place is fucking scary and very, very cool.
Yeah.
You're going to have fun. It's going to be good. But
it's going to be fantastic.
Check Eric out. Seriously, if you want his merch, reach out to him, get him hooked up. He's getting set up on Extreme Ticketing right now for a shop and whatever other fun adventures come his way.
Yeah.
Big Daddy Andy, you're gonna kick some ass.
Yep, look at that.
Coming from the most ass kicking nurse dude I've ever met.
There you go.
Yeah, and so you got everybody in your court, bro. Now it's up to you to not piss us all off.
Yeah, no, well, that's difficult. So,
nope.
Yeah. So
it's all good.
Thank you so much. You guys are awesome.
Thank you. You're awesome. And give that beautiful wife of yours a kiss on her forehead for me. And to everybody on the side, thank you guys so much for your support and for your encouragement, because that's really what this is all about. This is being community. This is the connections that we make. This is what it's truly all about. So we appreciate you. You know that. We see you. I said it all backwards. It's Friday. I'm not used to this, but we love you. So thank you guys. Thank you for being the good, and go out there. If you haven't liked and or followed the Irongate Home for Haunted Relics on Facebook, go do it now. Let's get those numbers up, folks. And tune in tomorrow night And keep your eyes open on that page for some things coming, because it sounds like Eric's already got more plans in the works for some ways maybe you guys can get involved in his haunted collection. So with that, enjoy the rest of your Friday night. Have a great, safe weekend. If you're out traveling and going to an investigation, be safe, get rest, drink your water, and we will see you guys on Wednesday. Peace.